me and me by myself. Well, that's three. That's three of us. Well, today is September 5th, or September 5, however you want to say that. Wayne here with Sparks Family Homestead. And I know I've been sort of out of the picture here and there. Just so much going on here on our little homestead here on the mountain. But I decided to finally do another project, and I'll show you this with what I'm doing right at the moment. And it's got a ways to go, but it's taken several hours, as it's just me and me by myself. Me and me by myself. Well, that's three. That's three of us. And I was in the house, my wife resting from working so hard in the last 3 to 4 days. And so hopefully she'll be out here later. But okay, so I don't have my watch on me, but I am, and I'm thinking it's around 10 o'clock in the morning now. And we really have some fall-like winter here in northeastern Tennessee. And the high today is only in the high 70s, maybe very low 80s. In the evenings, it's in the 50s. Isn't that awesome? That is just... normally by now I'd be dripping in heavy sweat. There's been days here that I've had to change my t-shirt at least 3 times, sometimes 4 times, because it's just a wet mop. Anyway, here I'm going to show you now with what I'm working on. So this was a spur of the moment. We have had several berry plants in their pots that we purchased. These were actually from Lowe's here in Greenville, Tennessee. And I purchased the bulk of these, what was it, last April? Or when Lowe's just decided to start putting their plants out for the springtime. And so they averaged between $12 and $13 for each raspberry or blackberry plant. And they've been sitting at our dwelling place right over there in the original pots since April and May of 2024. And today is their first day in the dirt. on this is a hill, and because the video maybe isn't showing it, I hope to make this look really, really nice, to make truly a garden scenario. But in the meantime, that's not happening. In the meantime, my main concern is to getting these in the dirt before winter comes, and hopefully they live. And I'll just show you how I'm doing it. This is my last one. It's a, let's see, what did I buy? I bought a Glencoe raspberry. I don't know if you can see that or not. The sun is glaring in the screen here on my camera. But I did some T-posts, as you can see, 3 down each row. I haven't put the wire in yet. I have that, and that's my next project after I put this last plant in. So there's the last hole. I just dug it. I'm on my knees with those knee pads there, saving my body from future aches and pains. And so this is a Dollar General shovel. Cost me $1 something, maybe a couple bucks. I can't remember. I don't think it was $2, but for what it's worth, it's worth. And the depth is about the depth of the blade. And what I'll do is I'm going to shake. I just took this out of that pot right there, and then I shake and loosen up all the roots, and then I stick it down in the hole there, and then pack it with some of the original dirt as well as some of the dirt it has been in. And that's all I'm doing. Time and time, I've done this before for the last several years, where we used to live in Texas, and at the last place in a subdivision that we sold our house and moved here on the mountain from. And always been successful. And these things, they should live. This was raw land when we moved on it. Nobody ever lived here before. and we're in the woods, and it's a beautiful setting this Thursday morning. I'm going to go down to the creek later and take my portable solar generator and plug the sub pump into it and water the vineyard that I created last May, or May and June, I believe it was, while I was having my kidney stone attacks. And yeah, I got a story for everything, including the chicken run and coop and solar fencing that I've done over there. That's an incredible, wonderful story there. It's very successful, and so this is probably one of my last projects as the weather's changing. So there's 6 raspberry plants in this lineup right here. And then in this middle row, I have just 2 blackberry plants, and then I've got 4 blackberry plants in this last lineup here. And then I'm thinking of possibly putting some cinder blocks as an edging all the way around, since I'm on a incline here and it is somewhat steep. When we get heavy rains and everything, I'd like to make sure this is protected. As you can see down here, we've had some issues with the erosion, and those cinder blocks that you see there, they were just recently, my son and I, Mark and I, created that snake-like looking scenario there. So as this type of dirt right here might start to roll down, since we don't have a whole lot of vegetation yet on this area, except for what you see here. Hopefully that will prohibit the dirt to going into where we're currently parking our cars in front of the shed there. And then I'm making the snake-like cinder block scenario going down to the other side of our house there. Everything's on a slope. Now there is no flat land here. Possibly way over there, but it's just such a tiny little area. Like I said before, we're on a mountain and everything's on an incline or downcline, whatever. Going down or going up, but to have something nice and flat, that's not where we live. So anyway, it's beautiful. I feel like I'm out backpacking and I'm in the woods, and that's the environment that we live in here, and I love it. I don't know about the rest of the family. Yeah, I think my wife really misses the nice clean cement and asphalt and edging, and that type of scenario, which I don't want to have any more a part of because of many reasons. And we can create this to be just as nice, but it just takes time. Anyway, that's what I'm up to, and I'm going to finish this. I'll do one more brief probably end video of this, and hope you enjoy it. Thanks again for being a part of us. And I always say that I'm trying to upload and trying to get more going, and always something comes up, and we're a family, and so we're just like any other family. You need to take care of families first before anything else. But I do love with what we're doing here on the homestead, so as I can share, I will. So that's what's going on.